Hello students, welcome to the class again, and today we will do the revision of the chapter carbon and compounds. Without revision there is no study complete, right? So with revision we will study properly one by one all the terms. I have got a video, a very interesting video. I hope you will all enjoy. It's a little funny even. The students though have not understood the topics earlier in earlier classes, they can understand through this video. Okay, so I want you all to watch it carefully and study likewise. So students, let's know from the beginning about carbon and about carbon compounds.
Day begins, you need toothpaste, soap, milk, bread, paper, pencil, shoes, uniform, cosmetics, petrol, rice, rotis, etc. These are the important things you need for your daily routine, isn't it? Here I have a question. Do you find anything common among them? Yes. They are all made up of carbon compounds. Compounds that have carbon as their constituent are called carbon compounds. The fourth most abundant substance in universe and 15th most abundant substance in the Earth's crust. The Earth's crust has 0.18% of carbon in the form of minerals like carbonates, coal, and petroleum, and the atmosphere has 0.03% of carbon dioxide. The crystalline forms of elemental carbon are graphite, diamond, and fullerenes. These are the allotropic forms of carbon. Carbon is an element with atomic number 6. It has 6 protons and 6 electrons. Its electronic configuration is 2, 4. The free electrons in its outermost shell are 4. So the valency of carbon is 4. It has to either lose 4 electrons or gain 4 electrons to attain stability. But it is very difficult for the carbon atom to do so. So carbon forms covalent bond with other elements to make carbon compounds. Covalent bonds are weaker than ionic bonds. So carbon compounds have less melting point and boiling points compared to ionic compounds. Example, sugar 186 degrees Celsius, salt 801 degrees Celsius. Carbon has the unique ability to form bonds with other atoms of carbon, giving rise to large molecules. This property is called catenation. These compounds may have long chains of carbon, branched chains of carbon, or even carbon atoms arranged in rings. In addition, carbon atoms may be linked by single, double, or triple bonds. Compounds of carbon which are linked by only single bonds between the carbon atoms are called saturated carbon compounds. Compounds of carbon having double or triple bonds between their carbon atoms are called unsaturated carbon compounds. The hydrogens in hydrocarbon chain are replaced by certain functional groups and form a wide variety of compounds like carboxylic acids, alcohols, esters, aldehydes, ketones, etc.
And students, these are all functional group which you are going to study in your senior classes. So see how carbon compounds you get, in nature, everywhere there is carbon compounds. So students, if there is somebody talking about carbon, now you can relate it easily. Students, you have watched the video now. You can check your knowledge by answering these questions. If you can answer these questions, that means the video you watched was worth it enough to provide you such knowledges. So see student, the first question is, what is the electronic configuration of carbon and what type of bonds are formed by carbon? Name the 3 allotropes of carbon. Why does carbon form compounds mainly by covalent bonding? Name the element whose allotropic form is graphite. And if you will able to answer these questions, your knowledge is fine. Okay, and if you're not able to, please do let me know. So till then, work hard, study well, bye-bye.